down. That's a full team kill.
He's looking for third. He's going to get it.
Not the kill, and Vastek's going to find another one. He finds that shot. He finds two.
He's still alive. Can he go in?
Oh my goodness.
He's going to go bar down and give Saints the lead again.
Everybody, and welcome to St. Clair Saints Call of Duty. My name is Jackson the Pride Brown, joined alongside Dan, Mr. Danner's Banner here for the first time in a while, actually, that we were actually on the mic together. So it's nice to see here once again. Today we will be having NJCAAE playoffs here, and it's going to be a nice one. We're in semifinals, looking to make a grand finals appearance. We got a big game here. How are you feeling about this one, Dan?
Definitely feeling confident. I mean, we've seen this Call of Duty team just constantly shred through everything for the most part in their path, regardless of the leagues, only of course falling in the NACE Grand Finals of all things and Winter Finals. So with right now, even knowing our opponent right now with Gogebic and the fact that they're currently 11-0 in this league, I still feel like this is going to be a St. Clair 3-0, but I'd love to be proven wrong.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like one really, really big thing to highlight here in this matchup is St. Clair's flawless on maps, though, where GCC not so much. On the other hand, they have dropped a couple maps here.
Right.
They haven't dropped a series, but they've dropped a few maps, and I think that's actually one thing that we got to dig deep into a little bit here. GCC, yes, they might have had a flawless run here, but they've been pushed a little bit more than St. Clair has in their series. So I think that does provide me a little bit more confidence in St. Clair throughout this one tonight. But we do actually have a little bit of a change in the St. Clair starting lineup for this one here, rather than majority of
interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Rather than majority of the NACE and whatnot playoffs and whatever we'd have done, instead of it being Sauce, Priestley, Gorilla, and Brandon or Lasted, then tonight instead of having Sauce, we will have Corius in here tonight. Corius, another standout player. He's going to be in here. He scrims with the team all the time and whatnot.
Absolutely.
They are going to be A-okay with Corius locked in, and I'm still going to go with the St. Clair 3-0 in this series.
I mean, the kid always has the itch to just show up on game day and shine. I definitely know that he'll be ready to just essentially pick up to where he left off from a year ago back in the other Call of Duty when we had the seasons there. So Ready to Rock should just be picking up exactly where Sauce would have left off, and we know that Corius can pop off, and it's just as strong of a St. Clair roster.
Oh, 100% here. So we actually do have the roster from GCC as well that I believe we can check out here in just a moment. So we'll see if we can get that one up on screen. And yes, here it is. So we got Desify, and that is going to be Keegan Bolin there starting us off. And then we have Damp Ketchup, Aiden McLeod, and then Smoke Show, which is Seth Osterman, Dr. Uper, Lane Quartermeyer, and then Gremlins, Tyler Cleary, Subsonic Dre, which is Andre Johnson, and then Love Seat, which is Selena Dix. And, I mean, obviously we don't know which four we're going to see actually starting here. I feel like one of these is probably a coach, 2 subs or something like that for these players. We don't know which ones we are going to see, but thank you to the guys over at GCC for sending this over. It's really helpful to actually have a roster sheet for the other team starting us off.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. The squad over at GCC, when they realized that we were streaming, was like, hey, do you want any information for us? Yeah, here's a roster. And they were extremely eager and whatnot, ready to go. And I know they're trying to work on their own broadcast as well. A little bit of an upstart there. So it's good to see some more institutions being cooperative with broadcasting as well as trying to start one up themselves, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yes, 100%. So I do believe we actually also have maps ready for us here tonight. So let's get a peek at those maps here for this one. And I'm very excited because I feel like maps has been something that St. Clair has been a little bit back and forth on here lately. So starting us off is a raid hardpoint. I'm feeling pretty confident in that. The raid hardpoint and control, so the raid respawns, have been fairly well throughout this season and NJ and also in NACE and whatnot other leagues. So hardpoint raid, I'm looking pretty solid there. I think that we will have this out of GCC, though, maybe testing them a little bit. Now, the Moscow Search and Destroy. This is one that I'm very concerned for GCC for, because you know what? Saints took a Moscow Search and Destroy on ICC and NACE Grand Finals just on past weekend. And I mean, if you're taking one on ICC, an S&D starred team, a team that just won NACE essentially on Cold War for the last season, is definitely going to be a good news here for St. Clair going into this Moscow Search and Destroy. Finally, a Gary Control for map number 3.
It's been a while.
And it has been a while. We're usually seeing that raid, so I think it is good for the side of a GCC to not allow raid control or something like that to come through. Now, if we do go map 4, checkmate hardpoint, it's been something that they've been absolutely phenomenal on all season. So another good hardpoint there.
It goes to game 5, though.
Game 5, standoff S&D. I'm scared for him.
Yeah,
I do not like St. Clair standoff S&D. I do not like it at all. But honestly, I think the first 4 look really good for the Saints map-wise. So I think as long as they don't go map 5, they should be A-okay. If GCC is going to find the win on this series, I think they're going to have to find map 1 being the hard point on Raid hardpoint, sorry, and then the map 3 on Gary Control, and the map 5 on standoff Search and Destroy. I think map 2 for the S&D on Moscow and the map 4 for the checkmate for hardpoint are going to be absolutely locked up for St. Clair.
Yeah, which is interesting because we always were talking basically the whole season long across both leagues was that like S&D was Saints' weak point, but yet it seems like an exception for Moscow.
Yeah,
it's like one of the few exceptions.
It's a map that not a lot of teams let through for St. Clair. So I think for it being Moscow, I think it's more of a map that, you know, they're comfortable on. Sorry, GCC's as well comfortable on. Of Moscow, it's maybe they're like, okay, Miami, no, not going to see it. Because St. Clair's strong on Miami as well. Like, it's really hard to force St. Clair onto a bad Search and Destroy map. You're either going to see Moscow map 5 or map 2. It's just good for the Saints to see it in map 2 rather than map 5.
Absolutely. And we can break it down all we want, but why don't we actually hear it right from the coach's mouth themselves? Got ourselves a very, very quick pre-game interview with Coach Dawson.
What are your thoughts on your opponents tonight?
They're 11-0. This is Gogebic. I'm not sure how to pronounce it correctly, but they should be a pretty decent team. Yeah, 11-0 record. I mean, can't take that for granted no matter how easy some of our initial matches have been. We've obviously seen that in NACE. We had some tough opponents even in regular season, even though we came out with a perfect season there, even with map count and actual like match count. But yeah, no, we can't really underestimate anyone at this point.
Is there any maps that you were trying to avoid today?
None that I know of, none that I can think of off the top of my head. I think all of our players are pretty well rounded. We have Nathan Corias NP playing with us today. He's pretty versed in majority of the maps. I'd say even like our weaker ones, he tends to play a lot better.
Is there any game modes you think GCC has an advantage in?
Not that I know of. We haven't really watched any film or any VOD on them. It's kind of hard with NJCAAE to do anything like that. They don't really allow the opportunity for students to regularly like stream their matches on their own if they want to. So if like our broadcast team like Mr. Danders and them aren't broadcasting our match officially to our Twitch channel, like none of our players are allowed to stream the matches, which is a little weird. Obviously, it's a ruling that I'm trying to get changed because obviously we would like to have our guys streaming all of our matches if possible.
And how confident are you in your team going into tonight's game?
I'm always confident in my team. I mean, I've never lost faith in them once. I mean, no matter what, like they always pop off somewhere. Someone's always doing something. If someone's not holding their own and basically not playing up to par, I know the other 3 can make sure they put them on the backpack and carry them to a victory.
Are you going to be, maybe depending on which the series is going, are you going to sub in maybe for one game?
Yo, I mean, hey, you never know. Like, we win map 1 and 2, might have to jump in there, you know, map 3, get the coach in the game for once again. But no, I'm pretty confident in my team to finish it out. I don't think I need a coach. I don't think I need to get in there. Coaches aren't allowed to play.
That's all right. But thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
All right, you heard her first here from Dawson Lavelle, the coach of St. Clair. But we're hopping right into this game, and St. Clair's off to a great start. Already getting the hard point time ticking here on their way to 20 points. This first hard point about halfway done, and St. Clair is looking beautiful on it, and they are set up for respawns going into that next hard point. They are looking absolutely phenomenally set up here. And honestly, I think this is something that we're going to see a lot here throughout this series, is St. Clair just getting ready for these respawns. The rotations has been absolutely perfect here from them. Now, it is going to be Gogebic. I'm not going to be very good at pronouncing this here again tonight, so it is going to be Gogebic or whatnot, but it is going to be a fairly close one. I mean, we do have them here now trying to even up this scoreline, but St. Clair still holding on to these respawns here now, so let's see what they can do.
All right, yeah, so next point right on deck. We're going to see Uber try to make his way in, but of course Saints in control as of this very moment anyway. Let's see, Gorilla in pretty decent position. That smoke's going to make things a little bit interesting for just a second. But of course, Gorilla going to clean things up here with Brandon, and so far they're in control.
Yes, for sure. So, I mean, the rotations were really, really big here from St. Clair to allow them to do what they're doing here right now. Corius is off to a phenomenal start here in this game. He is going to be 3-2, but he does have that half a minute on the hill. Gorilla going to be retaking that one from the Smoke Show, and this is going to be once again put in St. Clair's favor. There is going to be rotations getting ready to come out here in a few seconds, as we got about 20 seconds remaining on this current hardpoint, so rotations are definitely going to be a thought between these two teams going forward. Stamp Ketchup looking to find this one, but actually, yeah, we haven't even found the starting lineup here for them, so we can talk about this one a little bit. We got Desify, Dr. Uper, Damp Ketchup, and Smoke Show as the 4 coming from Gogebic here. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm hoping so. But St. Clair really starting to gain a little bit of a lead here now by about 60. However, we do have Gogebic ready for them on the rotations.
Yeah, we do see right there Desify already in position, just has to kind of keep the spot locked down as best as possible. Does have some backup around the corner as well. We do see Smoke Show maybe poking and prodding a little bit here towards the Saints, but Brandon and Priestley starting off the attack.
Yeah, it is looking solid. Desify going to be the last man standing on the back line of this hardpoint. He is going to be making some advances, and it is going to be the one Corius shutting him down. Now the push onto the hill for St. Clair, going to be regaining some possession and getting the scoreboard back ticking in their favor. So about to approach that 100-point marker. This is getting a little bit concerning early on in this one for Gogebic already here on this raid hardpoint. We're only about 3 hardpoints in, and it's already a pretty drastic lead getting made here. So Desify, he is applying some pressure, but Priestley going to quickly shut that down on the approach.
There's only so many angles you can hold by yourself there for Desify, and of course Priestley going to just absolutely abuse that there. 10 seconds left on this hard point, going to be crossing the map all the way into the left-hand side. This time by, we see Smoke Show already on pursuit to try and get there, but he is going to be on a crash course there with Gorilla. Gorilla going to take care of him there. Korea's on the rotation catch as well. But that being said, still some decent spots coming in here for this side of Gogebic, and they're going to be able to get the point for at least this moment as Smoke Show finds himself a double.
Yeah, those are 2 big frags finding in the back line there. That will completely control the spawns for them. Smoke Show is just sitting back here, making sure that St. Clair doesn't push in through their behind side and actually get these spawns. So Gorilla is going to be spotted out, and Smoke Show really looking to find that one. That's going to be a big engagement, but Gorilla, he's just going to kind of fall off it for a little bit and play a different angle. Smoke Show going to gather a ton of intel on that peak there, now knowing where this whole St. Clair push is coming from. Damn Ketchup going to be holding a really good angle on that heady, and it's going to really punish Priestley. Priestley's been having a phenomenal game here so far, 13-5, and already over a minute of objective time, and he wants to rack up that time even more as he'll couldn't clear up the hill.
Yeah, KDA-wise, Gorilla is right there alongside him as well, currently 12-4 here in this game, and it was a pretty solid job there from the side of the Saints, just able to get, I believe it was Smoke Show out of position. He was trying to use the cover maybe a little bit too much, and it was actually stopping him from getting any sort of engagements for himself, and now that did allow Saints to get the initial hard point, but now we're going back to the middle, fresh hard point, and we see Brandon already in position.
Yeah, for sure. Corius and Gorilla already getting those early frags. Desify will get an answer back, though, and Gorilla's actually going to be on a bloodthirsty here right now. 5 in a row for him. He's going to build up some momentum for himself. Brandon going to look to get an aggressive on that rush. Gorilla still doing very good at playing this AR on the back line and just doing work. Priestley going to find another one there for St. Clair and solidify this hill hold for them. Now doubling Gogebic score 150-72.
Corius eventually goes down there, but he stalled so much time that it just allowed Brandon to hop right back onto the point and just continue to start capturing some more points here. That being said, 155-72. Gogebic, compared to a lot of the other teams here in the NJCAAE, like doubling and not, if not tripling what the Saints have given them in, or given other teams in the past. I know the Saints had some pretty crazy blowouts during the regular season, but they're definitely holding their own here in this one.
I think one of the worst ones we saw was like a 250-7 or something like that. Yeah, it was, we've seen some pretty bad ones here throughout the season, but Gogebic really putting in the effort here, and they're doing a good job. They're getting some frags back. They are getting hard point time. They are trying their absolute best here in this game. That's really nice to see. Gorilla just farming here right now. Bring up the tractors. He's got 2 more. Gorilla gonna find a few before Desify will return the favor.
Finally, the grenade gonna flush him out of there, and it does actually slow down this hard point capture here for the Saints for at least a couple of seconds, taking a few extra points off the board here. And Desify, as well as the rest of the squad here from Gogebic, are actually making a push on in. They should be able to capture this for a few minutes, a few seconds.
Yeah, for sure. Gorilla said he needed a hype man tonight, but I don't think so. He's popping off without one, or Dawson's behind him really just screaming at him or something like that. But it is going to be Gorilla here, currently sitting at 19-8. He doesn't have as much hardpoint time, maybe as much as Priestley, but he's been holding so many of these spawns. You see him just playing these ideal positions, and this is where it's really nice to have Gorilla this season, because he can pick up Dawson's role that was being played last season. So I really do like having Gorilla as an addition to this team. He's also an absolute monster when it comes to search and destroy, and I think that's something the Saints really needed.
Absolutely. Just a fantastic positional player all around, as we do see the entirety of Gogebic just getting swept through. 4 players down. There's another hard point on position. 45 seconds left on this hard point. They could very well just clean it up as long as they get on point. Not quite. They are going to actually miss it ever so slightly. So we'll still have one more point here for Gogebic to try and get themselves back in the swing of things. But still, relatively dominating first game here for St. Clair.
Brandon's just in such an OP spot. He also gets nade damage there onto Damp Ketchup. And he's already reading exactly what Smoke Show's going to do. And there's an 0-1 for Brandon. Maybe make it a 4. It's going to be Priestley finding that kill, but Brandon going to be on a bloodthirsty nonetheless, and that's actually going to be Corius on one as well. 18 and 11 from him coming through on the starting lineup tonight. Very nice to see Desify going to finally shut down Brandon on that spree, but Brandon still peppered him down to essentially one shot, and this hard point is pretty much nearly over, and St. Clair only going to need like 1 to 2 seconds. Corius already has this next hard point locked down, and this is going to be game number 1, folks. St. Clair going to close it out 250 to 76.
Absolutely brutal coming out here from St. Clair. Granted, the Gogebic, the Samsons did put up a very, very strong fight. I mean, hitting 70 points better than what we saw a lot of the other teams in NJCAAE so far here in the season. But unfortunately, yeah, this portion right here, Gorilla just went absolutely nuts. I believe he got like 4 kills essentially within like 15 seconds. It was absolutely nasty. And just like we were talking about during the game itself, just the positional play, while he may not necessarily be the one on the hard point itself, but he's always either the flanker or the flank watch, always covering some sort of entrance, and they've just not been able to get the jump on him.
Yeah, for sure. The play was amazing there. We saw several Bloodthirsties come through from the Saints, and that is going to be the 1-0 series score here over on the side of St. Clair over GCC here. We are going to be getting ready now to hop into the Search and Destroy on Moscow. These were going to be one of the maps that I said for St. Clair were going to be absolutely ideal here for them. They were able to take this one on ICC just last weekend here in Grand Finals of the NACE playoffs. So to see it here come through once again, I'm thinking this is going to be very, very nice here for the side of St. Clair. I mean, honestly, they just got to hold their ankles. They got to make sure they push onto these desired sites and whatnot. But so far coming through from that raid hardpoint game, it looked phenomenal. They were on the ball. They were on their rotations. Corius coming through in the starting lineup, played amazing. Priestley and Gorilla are heating up. The vibes are immaculate in the nest here right now. And, you know, the players just looking like they can't be stopped. They're now going into a map that they just took from the winner of NACE Star League here. I think that they're going to be looking perfect here.
Absolutely. St. Clair in a position to just essentially get themselves pretty much into match point pretty quickly, unless GCC can make the comeback. And maybe we haven't necessarily, of course, seen their Search and Destroy. You never know. This very well could be a strong point on this roster. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here. But yeah, with it being Moscow, even though, like I was saying before, it's one of the Saints' like weaker game modes, Moscow, one of their better maps still for it. So should be a relatively even match, at least in my opinion. But of course, we'll have to see moving forward in just a couple moments.
Yeah, for sure. So next game, just going to be getting ready here, joining lobbies and one. I believe we have to switch hosts, so it's not going to be too big of a problem, but we are just going to be 1 or so minutes away. So honestly, yeah, the Moscow Search and Destroy, I mean, the thing with Search and Destroy is despite me saying St. Clair might be so favored on it, they might be so strong on this Moscow Search and Destroy, it is going to be the side of GCC here that can come through and find a few of these round wins, just, you know, timing-wise, lucky timing or whatnot, because that is one really, really big thing in Search and Destroy is that you could just straight up get in-game good timing and it works out for you. That's one thing that's really big with Search and Destroy, only needing 6 rounds to win as well with that. I mean, GCC still has a really, really good chance here of making the making the scoreline go in their favor and actually tying up this series 1-1. So we'll see what can happen. Anything really can happen, but if St. Clair wins this one, that's going to be match point for them already in this one, forcing GCC to reverse sweep. I don't really think GCC is in a position to be looking to stare that down.
Yeah, really, rough spot there for the side of GCC, but we're not going to be wasting any more time here. We're going to be hopping in to game number 2. Looks like it's going to be the Saints on the attack to start things off. Here we go.
Yes, for sure. So St. Clair going to be trying to get things going. Priestley going to be the one carrying the bomb here on the offense to start us off for St. Clair. Let's see how this one does get going. But Smoke Show and Gorilla, the first engagement. Gorilla, the S&D star from the Saints, opening us up nicely. Corius following up with 2 headshots of his own. He's going to be none to be stopped. Desify will answer back and trade out Gorilla, but it is a 1v3 that Desify has to work with here now. He's going to get shot down from the back, and St. Clair very, very quickly going to win round number 1 there. Corey is popping off. You know, like, we and you, like, both know Corey's personality very well. You know he's in there right now just standing up and, like, just going nuts. He's screaming. He's just like, oh, yeah. Like, I mean, Corey is probably on cloud 9 here so far in this game.
Absolutely. That double headshot there just really just broke the wall right down there for Saints to just move over towards that A site. And as good as Desify is, there's not much you could really do in a 1v3. I mean, it is possible, but still so difficult. But let's see what they can do on the attacking side.
Yeah, we'll see it here in just a moment now. So Gogebic actually going to be one of the few teams on their first offense to go B. You never see that, but Gorilla is going to call that out to his teammates, shuts the first one down, going to get tagged from a second, so he knows there's at least another one there. Going to run into damn catch-up, going to find that one. He will finally get trade out from Dr. Uber, but look at Brandon, behind the whole team. Desify, completely spotted out, shut down from Brandon. Now the last player going to be stuck inside the room. Brandon looking for yet another. Dr. Uber barely making it out with his life, but Brandon going to be from behind and shutting it down yet again. A quick little one from St. Clair. The Moscow Search and Destroy is just something else here from them.
Yeah, these rotations here for the Saints are just absolutely nasty, and we've seen, like, even though it seemed like Gorilla was just distracting the front line, meanwhile Brandon here finding himself the double here in this second round, just absolutely flying through the map to get behind enemy lines and just absolutely lit the field up.
Yes, for sure. So Saints going to be back on the offense here again. And honestly, that's pretty good for them because they can just put themselves back into the driver's seat of this one. And with them on the offense, they can control the tempo. And I think by the looks of it, we can kind of see where the tempo wanting to be for St. Clair. I mean, they are wanting to go fast, in, and hard. And it's looking like it's working pretty well for them so far. Smoke Show going to get peppered down and actually just forced out of his position. But he will be on a flank here now. And St. Clair not really a huge amount of control as of yet towards A. So we'll see what happens. But it's going to be Dr. Uper opening us up for Gogebic.
Yeah, it could be the door opening, and then as 3 just instantly just get deleted so quickly, it is all up to Smoke Show, whose position is a little bit unknown, though. Brandon has the right idea, but not going to quite find him, but does not find the elimination he was looking for. St. Clair, round number 3.
He only saw the one there. He was really not anticipating another guy to pop out from the bomb, so it really was working out there for him. So Dr. Uper, though, he was off to a good start. I mean, taking down Corius nice and early on the initial peak, going to be nice for him. He was tagged down to about 1 HP and forced him to fall off that gunfight, but St. Clair still going to find the round regardless. Now looking at a 3-0 stats line. It's not going to be an easy one here now for Gogebic. I mean, still very, very possible. You just want to see a little bit more from that damp ketchup and Smoke Show.
And just the volatility, it seems like, out of this St. Clair Search and Destroy is just hard to deal with right now. It's like to turn on a switch and all of a sudden they all just charge. And it's a little bit brutal. That being said, we do have a little bit of 1-for-1 here. Corey's going to find one, but Damp Ketchup also going to take care of one. So 3-on-3. Just on forward. A little bit of balance here. Brandon, Dr. Uper moving forward. Got to watch out for that grenade. No, it's going to run right into Uper. Nice little play there from Dr. Uper. Is going to get completely traded out, though. Priestley on the double once again, leaving things all up to Desify once again. How many times have we seen this already so far here in this Search and Destroy? Poor Dez.
It's a 1v2, not a 1v3, though, so it's a little bit better for him. And I think he might have spotted Priestley. No, he doesn't. So he does have bomb in his sight, too, and he knows that there's no players really running through this main alleyway. But St. Clair have the intel bombs here. Priestley gonna poke himself out, and some shots can come through. Okay. That was a little bit risky for Priestley. I think that's just the confidence and just kind of knowing their skill level coming through from Priestley just to make him do a play like that. You're playing a team maybe like ICC, you're not making that play.
No, not at all. And now it's all up to Corius, of course, to try.
There's no time to plant.
Yeah, no time to plant, so it's got to be a bit of a headhunting kind of play here. And Corius, to be fair, he's just running it right into the corner, going to force, if anything, Desify has to go to find him.
Yeah, so this bomb is looking to get planted on A. Corius should be moving here right about any second to check this A bomb. Maybe not. He's going to allow a plant to come through, so we will see what Corius does. He is going to try to get an initial peek on Desify. No. Oh my god, Hobbit. Oh, yes, please, please, Corius. I love you. I've wanted to see one of these. It's so long. It's been so long. No! Corius trying to go on the Ninja Defuse, trying to have some fun here. I haven't seen one of those in a competitive scene in so long, but man, are they ever a momentum booster. Like, it's like getting like 100 demos in Rocket League in one shot right there. That is exactly the feeling, and oh my goodness, what an effort from Corius. And honestly, I am not mad that he lost that round. That was a great opportunity, and he had to take it.
All right, so he tried to do one here for the fans, but Gogebic, they just clutched it up. Desify just finished off that 1-on-2. So if anything, he's the one feeling on Cloud9 right now. Like, regardless of if they tried to stop, if Saints tried to maybe a little bit of a flash here or not, they shut it down, and Despi right there taking care of Gorilla. And when Gorilla's been solid so far in this series here, so just taking him off the board is just one extra little small victory here so far here for Gogebic.
Yeah, for sure. So it's going to be Despi finding another there on Priestley. Brandon, though, looking to trade it out, and he will do so. So now we're looking at 2-on-2. Corius and Brandon, both two players who have been looking great here in this series so far. Let's see what they can do going forwards. It's actually going to be the two players from Gogebic who aren't the players you kind of want in a 2-on-2. Now Smoke Show going to be stuck in a 1-on-2. Brandon and Corius, last players live. Gogebic just going to have 1v2 here just a moment ago. Let's see if they can pull off another one. But no! It is going to be the assassinate coming through from St. Clair. I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Corius.
One of them diving on in there. I think, here we go. It is going to be the assassination. That was, in fact, Corius.
Dude, Corius is just trying all these flashy plays now over and over. He's like, okay, guys, I'm in the starting lineup tonight. Let's see how many times I can make Twitter in one night.
Essentially, to say the least here. Now, 2 more points away here for St. Clair to take care of this second game, take care of this search and destroy. And yeah, Corius currently basically leading the board for the most part. I mean, Brandon's right there as well, though, to be fair. But everybody on the Saints just absolutely killing it in regards to their KD. Meanwhile, poor Smoke Show. He's just trying to get something started here. Had all the pressure put onto him. You're feeling a little bit slow, to say the least, or like having a bit of a rough start, and then you get assassinated. That's rough, but that's one way to get started.
Yeah, for sure. Smoke Show going to get on the board here now with the first onto Gorilla over towards that B side. And Dr. Uper actually going to be on the bomb alone over here towards A. This is very interesting. Priestley, though, going to go for a peek. And it's going to work out in Priestley's favor. Corius going to find Despi at the same time. Smoke Show getting the second in this round. Going to shut down Corius. Now Brandon looking for a potential trade. But the push will not be coming through. Now a 2-on-2. Priestley and Brandon versus Damn Ketchup and Smoke Show once again in the 2-on-2. Smoke Show going to be peppered down, but so is Priestley. Nades are out. Priestley in desperate times. Brandon going to come over and help. Damn Ketchup thinking he has an opening over here to plant on A. Maybe not the case. And Priestley shutting him down. St. Clair on match point.
I mean, they were fighting so well. It was a very even battle there in the middle. But eventually, I think it was Brandon who did end up finding the kill right here on the Smoke Show. And that just opened up the rest, leaving it all down to Damn Ketchup to try and finish that off. And that's a rough spot to put yourself into. So game points here now for St. Clair. One more win here on the Search and Destroy. We get to go into some garrison control and maybe possibly find ourselves in another position for a 3-0.
Yes, for sure. So only one more needed for St. Clair here in the books, and Corey is still just leading the charge here in this lobby, sitting at 7-3, having a game for himself, but we'll see if he can keep it going in this round number 7. This is going to be Priestley getting very aggressive, and Corey's actually going to open us up with one early already, so this is just picking up right where he left off, and Priestley jumping in, going to get shut down from Dr. Uper, and that's bomb down, very pushed in. That's not a play you should be making. Corey is now going to get shut down as well. Now 1-on-3, all up to Gorilla, and these are some really good plays coming through from Gogebic.
Yeah, it looks like Priestley, they're a little bit overzealous because, yeah, since he was the bomb carrier, you're all the way in the furthest possible position in such an isolated corner. Honestly, Gogebic, don't even have to chase. Just find different doorways to cover and then just make it so no matter what, you're trading 1-for-1. You win this round here and you stay in this game just a little bit longer.
That
being said, though, they all moved up extremely far, actually. He could very well make a play here.
Yeah, he's just making sure that nobody's watching this bomb. Now he's realizing, like, where are these players? Like, are they physically on bomb? Doesn't look to be the case, so he is going to be able to fully grab that bomb. Diamati in hand, looking to put a plant down. All three of these players are just in mid, waiting for a plant to come through. Smoke Show's going to get the timing of the world, and Gorilla going to be getting shut down. That is going to be Gogebic finding their second here now. St. Clair not going to be able to find it in round number 7, but they're going to try again, getting ready in round 8.
I mean, that would have been the highlight if Gorilla was going to be able to pull that one off there, but no, good on Gogebic to make the play there in that situation, make that 3-on-1 count and not squander it. Their positioning looked a little bit interesting, but at least they were all committed to it. So eventually, they had the hunch that he was over towards that A side, and they finished him up nice and quickly. So now, still a long ways away here for Gogebic to try and find themselves victory here in game number 2, but not impossible.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens here in just a moment. Corey is still popping off. He was the only one to find that frag in that last round there, so we'll see what he can do here in this one. But other than that, Dr. Uper going to be the one on the bomb this time around, going towards this A site. Brandon, one of the first lines of defense, but Priestley going to actually shut down that bomb carrier nice and early, looking to find another, but a little too aggressive. Damn Ketchup going to punish him for that one. Brandon potentially on an angle. He does have the intel where Desify is, so Brandon just getting ready to potentially take this engagement. Damn Ketchup looking to move it into as well, and that is going to be Gorilla getting shut down from Smoke Show. Now it is going to be St. Clair playing from a player disadvantage. Brandon and Corius, two players having a good game. What can they do? Let's find out.
Smokes having himself a much better game. There's Desfy on the Brandon, which means it's all up to the kid. It's all up to Corey. It's to finish the job. Line him up, White OG!
Oh my god, Corey is gonna find a few! Line him up, Blood, just as you were saying.
Oh, man. Corey is absolutely clutching this up. Of course it's the best play. I mean, it helps that they, unfortunately, inadvertently both came out at the exact same angle. And Corius just ever so slightly just had to switch his aim after getting the first kill onto Dez. And that is just an absolute barn burner there for Corius.
Yes, for sure. What a play. What a play. I know I was on my feet. Sorry for cutting you off on that one there, Dan. I was well, I know as soon as I saw them kind of like positioning themselves towards each other, I was like, "Oh my god, Corius. You're going to make another flashy play here tonight? Like, you're going to try to do it again?"
They both came out, it's like, "Wait a minute. This is actually possible." And unfortunately, they're for the side of Gogebic because they had themselves in a fantastic position. Just you know when you coordinate a little too well on the play?
Yeah, you're like, okay, guys, let's push in together. Let's get this guy. We can get our trades. We can get our trades. Not when your bullets are going through one of them and connecting onto the other player. So it is going to be St. Clair taking that one. I believe it was 6-2 there in that game. So SEC going to be on series point here actually now as we do get ready to happen to map number 3, which is going to be a garrison control getting ready for us in just a moment. The players just joining and lobbying up as we speak. But yeah, GCC, I mean, hey, they found a couple good rounds. They I feel like it was like you've seen some really good rounds from them like once in a blue moon, right? You saw like those 2 rounds they won. They played well. They won those full-heartedly, and honestly, I mean, yeah, we might have seen a little bit of aggression coming through from St. Clair that might have been not have been their ideal playstyle. However, GCC is still looking good in a couple of those rounds and finding some big frags.
Oh yeah, anytime the Saints get over-aggressive, like GCC punishes it hardcore, and that's where we get the round wins out of them, whether it be on the hard point or here on the search and destroy as well. But anytime it's like a bit of a slower like chess match kind of style, it seems like the Saints have the opportunities and just the one-on-ones anyway. They're winning their gunfights, they're able to like finish a job, or they're like trading favorably for the most part. But yeah, you've seen with especially the one Priestley play kind of shows up in my mind, where he just dove in expecting that he would get the one-on-one. It's like, okay, GCC right there punishes it, secures the round. You cannot get cocky. Yes, we're seeing some flashy plays come out here for some of the Saints members, but if you mess it up, we will punish you. Oh,
for sure. So, I mean, garrison control going to be something we haven't seen the Saints on in a little bit, but we're going to see it right here in 5 seconds as this match is going to be getting underway. St. Clair and Gogebic going back at it here once again. Let's see how this one is going to be decided, but if you're Gogebic, you got to win 3 in a row here, but you got to take it one game at a time. It is going to be this control, the first one up. St. Clair win it. It is going to be the series, and St. Clair will be headed to grand finals of NJCAAE. Priestley getting stuck early.
All right, Smoke Show going to start off nice and quick in first blood off that grenade as well. Damn, catch up, nearly taking care of Corius, but Corius going to end up finding him in the end here. And of course now, like trying to see, Saints are going to be, of course, the ones on the attack. They're going to be able to get to the A site at least for this moment. Meanwhile, the rest of the Saints pushing B. It's only going to be Smoke Show there on the defense. That's going to be a rough one. However, if you're shooting your own players, you might give a little bit of a little boon here towards Gogebic.
Yeah, for sure. So it is going to be Gogebic doing pretty solid on the defense. Brandon going to be racking up some time on B, but made it out now. And there's a lot of focus towards him. Like, St. Clair is playing this control very, like, not as team-based as I'd expect right now. They are finding a couple frags. They are actually hopping on the point once again. But honestly, I'd expect St. Clair to at least have 1 pick by now.
Yeah, Dr. Huber just went absolutely nuts with the triple, and this should let them completely cleanse out all of the progress that happened on the B site, because the Saints did not get that first third. So beautifully done there for the defense on the side of Gogebic. And now with Smoke Show here, he's up against 3. I like the chance running away. Don't take the fight that you know you can't win. And then a couple more trades happening in the background.
Yeah, for sure. So we are going to see some more engagements come through, and it is going to be Brandon finding one big one there on B. But they are going to have to hop something here. I mean, we're not seeing a whole lot of hopping. Like, we see the frag come through from the Saints. Where is the progression? That's the big thing right now. Desify going to get shut down on a big play there from Priestley. And this should allow them to at least get B. Maybe they got a lot of progression, and I think this should close it out here now. DM Ketchup going to try to do one last effort to shut it down, but now all the focus going to be on A. But A is also being secured right now by Priestley.
Yeah, he's going to get this right down to almost the first third is going to go down, so it's going to be washed out for at least a second, but it depends if the Saints are quick to get onto the swing of things, and sure enough, that the triple for the Saints make that a quad with Brandon find himself the double specifically. This should put them in prime position. Everybody is respawning, but we're already there. First round of this control is going to go over to the Saints.
Yeah, it's looking great here for them, and you know, they won that by like 13 lives here, Dan. That was a big fragging out from St. Clair. I mean, at the beginning, I feel like they weren't really, like, you know, objectively focused at all in their minds. It was just mainly like they were just running around getting kills mindlessly. But then at the end, they're like, okay, guys, let's regroup. You know, we got 29 seconds, let's hop it. And as soon as we saw that come through, it was just like a snap of the fingers, and they had both points.
Yeah, as soon as like one fight actually went in their favor, they just basically did not relent. And it did help too that they were able to hold control with basically 3 players, and then there was a 1 additional player. I think it was Priestley who went all the way to the B side anyway, so it just already got it boosted, already got it started, and it was just too hard to control at that point. But now, switch sides. Then we Gogebic on the attacking side here. Let's see how they handle this one this time by.
Yeah, we'll see here in just a moment. St. Clair going to try to hold him off for about a minute 30. Priestley, though, should be able to find one early. No, Dr. Youper going to shut him down. Furious, though, will find himself one. Make it a second as Despi going to be shut down as well. Dr. Youper trying to find something here. He is tagged down very, very weak, but he does get a good stun, but the Gorilla nade is too strong. Gorilla now going to be looking to take out Damn Ketchup here, but a smoke. I think those are banned. Or G8. They're either gentleman agreements or banned or something, because smokes, I think they are.
Hey, well, the way that I see it, GA needs to just deal with it at this point here. If there's no specific rule, it is fair game. So I think smoke can be coming out here. That is going to throw a little bit of a loop into maybe some of the plans that the Saints have been worried about, but they still have to be prepared for anything just in case the squads are maybe up to snuff on some of these like competitive GE rules. With that being said, they're able to take over this
Brandon the trophy
again, and nearly getting out of dodge, but yeah, 1 tick for Gogebic on the B site, but that's it.
Yeah, so they are going to be, they got that 1 tick there, but it is going to be quickly shut down from St. Clair. Gorilla going to reset that progression back to the 1 tick marker. But about over half the time has been used already for Gogebic, so this is getting a little bit worrying. You got to hop something here soon, and Desfi is going to try to hold an angle for it. Dr. Youper going to run into 1, not realize Corius was corner camping, and then Corius is going to be rewarded with another, you camper.
It's holding a position. It's absolute.
Not when Corius does it.
I feel like there's just that extra little bit of flair whenever Corius does basically anything at this point here, and he's definitely showing it off. Smoke Show gonna get straight up jumped on here by Priestley. Priestley's 16-6 right now. Corius 11-3. We have a couple people on the side of Saints absolutely feeling themselves right now, and with 10 seconds left to go, Priestley finding himself a double. Gorilla maybe gonna find one more up on the top side of things. No, actually, Dr. Youper gonna keep everybody on the side of Gogebic alive, just hanging on to the A site by a thread, but does go down.
Yeah, I think Corius delayed enough time there. Smoke Show not going to be able to hop on to a point, and St. Clair will take round number 2 there. And some nice plays coming to you from all of the Saints. Are going to close out that round number 2. Now, they're not going to only be on series point. They are also going to be on match point. They are on as many points as they can be on. Essentially, 1 more round win for St. Clair, and they will be headed to Grand Finals.
And honestly, this little play here from Priestley, I absolutely love it, because the thing with smokes, that's like both teams can't see through that, right? It's not like it's supposed to be like a favorite for one way. So you know what? If they're going to fire it off, let me take advantage of it. Swings all the way around and just clutches up.
Corius was going and laying down in the smokes too, and watching like doorway crosses if someone ran through the smoke. So I mean, hey, St. Clair was like, okay, you're gonna throw the smokes? Oh, let me hop in them. So St. Clair now gonna be back on the offense. I'm gonna be interested to see if they're just gonna like mess around again in the beginning, or if they're just gonna do what they need to and just hop right onto these points early. But we're gonna see what happens. Dr. Youper gonna be looking to come up here and try to find something. Brandon could be getting spotted out, and a melee trying to come through. Not gonna go though.
Props to Dr. Youper for trying that out, but unfortunately for him, not going to be successful this time by B site in control right now. Brandon right in position. The crossfire here from Priestley is fantastic. Corius is right on A as well. They just can't even get out of spawn at this point. Priestley versus World maybe? No, he's going to get shut down. Takes care of Smoke Show as well. And just on an absolute tear. Finally getting shut down.
Yeah, so he will be getting shot out. Corey is still going to follow it with one, and that's going to be A already at one tick. B's like given up on already by Gogebic, and Coreyus is going to find another there on the game catch-up. This might reward him with potentially a second pick. A Priestley going to find a streak kill. Coreyus going to shut down Smoke Show, and this is going to be 2 ticks on A. 1 tick away from being in the NJCAAE Grand Finals. The streaks are in, and that is game. Your St. Clair Saints are going to be headed to Grand Finals of NJCAAE. Let's see it.
I cannot say that I have ever seen streaks zone off a team as badly as we just saw there, lining up streak after streak. Gogebic was trying to make this to play through this this choke, but there was this rocket after rocket being dropped. You can't move, and Corey is finding the eliminations here. Was just absolutely clutch as well, cleaning up any of the stragglers, and that is going to be a 3-0 victory here for St. Clair. Once again, just absolutely dominating through the NJCAAE in this entire season, in the playoffs, moving over to Grand Finals, which will be on Sunday, starting off a possible playoff doubleheader of sorts, of course, so should be a fun one.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? With that game, I love seeing Coreyus in the lineup. Like, he just makes casting so much funnier. Like, the amount of plays
just because we know how he's acting.
Yeah, we know
how happy he is.
Like, we know the comms when he's going to assassinate, when he's trying to get a ninja defuse. We know what he's been saying. But even then, like, he actually performed phenomenally here throughout the series. Like, he led the Search and Destroy. Mm-hmm. He was right up there with Priestley and Gorilla in the hard point. And then the control, he was just farming that A side. Like, he was shutting it down. Like, he was the only one on it for a while everybody else was focusing B for a minute. And he was like, don't worry, guys, I got this. Like, I got it under control. So everything going to go smoothly there for the Saints. They are going to clean up 3-0 and advance now to these grand finals of the NJ League. Very, very exciting stuff here for them. And, you know, let's see how they do in grand finals. But as predicted, 3-0s here from them. I think they might be tested a little bit more in grand finals, but they've just been looking so good in this league.
Absolutely. I don't know what it is about NJCAAE, but it just seems like the Saints are just absolutely like taking care of it like it's like nobody's business. And whether that is to do with like the strength of teams overall, or just for whatever reason the Saints are just killing it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, like it just one way or another they're just making it happen here. 3-0 after 3-0, and like no maps dropped for the most part, if ever.
We have not dropped a map in this league, no.
So it's just one of those things. I guess the Saints just absolutely crushing it, and it's good to see that even with like being able to switch out how you switch out the starting rosters, there's still absolutely no change in the result. Yeah,
it's pretty interesting because there hasn't been like a team that's even scored over 200 points on them on hardpoint. I mean, there hasn't been a team that's gotten 2 control points. Like, it's not even like the Saints have been like kind of really pushed to their full limits here in these maps that they've won. They've just been going with the flow. They've just been going and going, and it's been working out very, very well there for them.
Yeah, it says a lot when I was impressed with Gogebic for getting 70 on that initial hard point. That's no shot towards them. No, it's just like Saints hard point.
It's how this league has been for them.
This entire league for them has just been absolutely ridiculous. Like Gogebic, fantastic squad, and like good games. One definitely play is sometime in the very near future as well. And thank you also for cooperating with production, giving us like the rosters, and we'll be definitely following. I believe they were streaming as well, so I'm definitely going to give it a follow as well and like see how they end up progressing as a program moving forward.
We love to see all the progression, whether it be production, skill skill level in teams, whether the programs go varsity or just in general. We love to see the growth in collegiate esports. So it is great to see all around.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
Exactly, right. I saw this one thing. Like a lot of people don't start because they don't want to be seen starting from the bottom. So hey, man, you gotta just put in that work when you can. So it is gonna be GCC doing what they can as well. So great stuff all around for both teams. I love the effort that came in from GCC. Great people overall as well. Players were respectful and stuff.
Absolutely.
So that being said, we are gonna be wrapping this one up here in just a moment. So we're gonna give a quick little shout out to our sponsors and whatnot as we do get our way out of here. But I believe the grand finals will be played on Saturday.
It'll be Sunday because we have ourselves a bit of a double. Call of Duty is going to start things off. I believe it's
4 and 5. I think.
Yeah, 4 o'clock for the NJCAAE Grand Finals, and then right after that, basically right at 5, is the NACE Rocket League Challengers Grand Finals, and that's going to be a rematch between the St. Clair Saints Green Rocket League roster and the University of British Columbia, Okanagan. And that's the team that knocked us out to begin with in winners finals. So that was a Game 7 banger.
Yeah.
And it's bracket resets, so we could very well see a 14-match series.
We could literally, yeah. And I remember we were talking to Kamal and whatnot then. They were like, okay, we're really hoping they just start up 1-0 or something. Because, like,
nope.
we really aren't trying to do a reset, but hey, we might see 14 games come through there.
Y'all gonna have to earn it on Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. So let's give a quick little shout out to our sponsors. So thank you to Crunchyroll here for joining us alongside us in this season. Essentially, the Netflix of anime. Anything that you could imagine watching anime-wise will most likely be on Crunchyroll.com. And you guys can get yourself a 14-day premium trial for free at Crunchyroll.com/Saints. Once again, Crunchyroll.com/Saints. If you guys are interested, their Netflix of anime. Anything you guys could imagine watching there, Crunchyroll.com. And thank you to our other sponsors as well. Tim Hortons, Subway, the St. Clair SRC, the St. Clair College Alumni Association. Now we're also going to talk a little bit about our merch here in just a second. But I'm going old school here. I got the white. School, yeah. I'm not dark mode. I'm light mode here right now, and it's going to be the Saints merch dark mode that you see on screen. It is going to be jerseys, jackets, t-shirts, masks, anything you guys can imagine, flags, whatever, will most likely be on acquire.ca/Saints. So once again, it's all very comfy, affordable. If you're looking to represent your St. Clair Saints, you guys can do that. Acquire.ca/Saints to get your merch.
Absolutely. And of course, big thank you to everybody for tuning in and supporting the Call of Duty squads. Whether you're here for Gogebic or whether you're here for St. Clair, always a pleasure broadcasting these matches here for you. Big thank you, of course, to Jackson for being co-commentary here today. Cool. Big shout out again to Nicholas Kermit in the observer seat. And let's again hear pretty much whatever game is happening to be broadcasted. Just coming and observing. Big thank you there. And also big thank you to Donka for handling the directing and the actual operation of the stream here today. It was a little bit of exciting about like half hour prior to starting the stream, but coming in clutch and able to take the reins here of the broadcast, absolutely fantastic. So thank you there, Donka. And
yeah, awesome stuff all around. Very, very excited for these grand finals. So stay tuned. We will be back here on the Saints Gaming CA channel Sunday at 4 p.m. So stay tuned for that one, guys. Any updates will be on all of our socials at Saints Gaming CA. Check us out there. But that will be us signing off for this night. My name is Jackson Pry Brown, joined alongside Dan, Mr. Danner's Banner, and we are St. Clair Saints. Catch us on the next one.